Right, we're looking back at Arsenal's 4-0 win against Chelsea over the weekend, pre-season. Get your calls in 03717 223344. Let's speak to Matthew, who's a Chelsea fan. How you feeling, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Firstly, I'd like to wish you well with whatever you do after this position at talkSPORT.
Very kind, thank you.
It's been a pleasure to listen to, and also good afternoon to Andy.
How you doing, Matthew? Okay?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, my dad's, sort of pulling his hair out over the fact that we got beat by Arsenal in a pre-season friendly. But you've got to remember, these things happen, and it's only a pre-season friendly. So no one really deep down worries about it. Well, I don't worry about it. I think Chelsea have come back, and they've come back stronger. I mean, we've got...
Hold on, no. Thomas Tuchel's worried about it, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably is. But I just don't think we've got anything to worry about.
No, but he actually came out and said he's worried about the start of the new season, thinks they won't be ready.
He said the worrying part is the level of commitment physically and mentally for this match was not the same. It was far higher for Arsenal than us, simply not enough.
Well, they had something to prove, didn't they? And they did prove it. They played very, very well, Arsenal. But I personally believe, just my own opinion, that Chelsea will finish above Arsenal and Spurs, and they'll finish in the top four anyway.
Matthew, I've got to agree with you in terms of, look, it is a pre-season friendly, you're right, and if you're going to have problems, it's best to have them now than in a few weeks' time, right? So they've got some time to sort a few things out, that is for sure, but I think Tuchel is always very honest in his interviews, Aid, and I think after the recent game, we heard that honesty, and I think he's not dressing that up. No. That's not just a G-up for a squad that he feels can find an awful lot more. That's telling the new owner, I'm not happy with what I've got and I'm going into this season with, and I need something else, I need more. I'm suggesting they need to change the owner. Now, is there a sporting director in yet or not yet? Is there at Chelsea since Peter Cech went? The owner now has got to find someone that's going to start to drive that and start to drive his ideas into the club going forward alongside Thomas Tuchel. And I think they need to start turning over some of these guys that come to Chelsea, sit around for a very, very long time. There's no point. I mean, look, I don't know how they do it, those guys. I don't know how Batshuayi and Ross Barkley continually go out on loan, go here, go there, go here, now you're going there. I mean, it would drive anyone demented. And I have no idea why they suffer it. Yes, they're getting a load of money, but they'll get good money elsewhere. Go and make something of your life and your career elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick's a Chelsea fan. What do you think, Nick? You're on talkSPORT.
Well, first of all, Aid, got to say thank you for the last few years. I'm missing you already.
Cheers, mate.
Legend on the radio.
Appreciate that, Nick.
And no, you're welcome, Andy. It's been a pleasure watching all those years. I've been watching Chelsea at the Bridge for 50 years now.
Wow.
Andy, you were brilliant.
Wow.
Thank you for
a long time.
Your captaincy. But yeah. I just wanted to, first of all, I want to agree with you, Andy, with everything you said so far. I just want to put it in a little bit of context, bearing in mind we're a club a few weeks or a couple of months ago. There were certain politicians who were pushing for us to lose points, to even get relegated. We may have gone out of business. We're now playing catch-up. We've got a new board in place only for the last 3 weeks. I totally agree with you about a sporting director shouldn't have got rid of Petr Cech. What I would say is that the new owner, Todd Bowley, has said he's going to work hand in glove with Thomas Tuchel. And I think that means there's going to be some drastic changes over the next few weeks. I think the players that you've mentioned, Andy, and there's quite a few more, their days of going out on loan and taking the money, they're going to find pretty quickly under this new regime. And we can tell by the amount of emails we're getting from the club and the marketing going out there, these guys are in the club to, be successful, but run it as a business too. So I think there will be some drastic changes. We desperately need another couple of centre-backs and a decent striker. That's the thing as a fan that frustrates me. I think TT does wear his heart on his sleeve. I think he articulated what we all thought the other night. And it's a bit like Conte at Spurs when he turned around and said what he said. And it's basically saying to Todd Bowley, right, we're working as a team. Me and you, we're going to work closely together. But this is what I need. And I think we'll get off to a bit of a slow start. But I still I fancy us to finish top 3 because these Americans aren't messing about.
No, it's a good shout, Nick. Listen,
Yeah,
I mean,
optimism.
Look, there is no doubt that that they are going to be there or thereabouts. But I just felt the way Tuchel reacted, like alarm bells were going off in his head. Hold on a minute, I don't like some of the stuff that I'm seeing, albeit it's very, very early days, and I need to. It's got to go. I've got to. What can I do? And most coaches, the biggest thing they can do is get new faces coming through that door to inject something into that team. Now, I think Raheem Sterling was a brilliant piece of work. I think Koulibaly has been an immense powerhouse. For a number of years, he's been touted as Premier League quality and class. There's no doubt about that. They need a bit more. They need more. But what they've got to do is somehow start generating an opportunity for some of those Conor Gallaghers, those younger boys, that when they do go out for a year on loan and they turn it on and they do it, they can come back and get in that team.
To be fair, Reece James, Mason Mount have done that, haven't they?
Reece James and Mason Mount, sensational, brilliant players with that right attitude. It's not Ross Barkley and Michy Batshuayi and Danny Drinkwater's fault. It's not their fault that the club decide to pay them ridiculous money and really don't have nothing to do with them. But I just think now, moving forward in a new generation, they can change that. They can change that mentality and that process. So you come to this club, you're coming here to play and to get in the team or be very close to it every week. If you're not, you're gone.
Andy, your wife's messaged in. Not a huge fan of Andy Townsend, but he's absolutely bang on read Chelsea. Why isn't she
Thanks,
a fan
love.
of you?
Can I have some dinner about 7:30?
It's outrageous.